Wow. I didn't realize my hair was this big that it couldn't fit in the screen. Don't know what we're gonna do here. Hey you guys, I am back at it again. And I'm so happy to see you guys. I am now filming the long-awaited video that everyone has been asking me for. Like, how do you grow your hair? How do you get your hair so long? What do you use? So today I am going to be answering all of your questions, okay? And I hope that you guys can take a few tips here and there, or maybe something that I do might help you. If it doesn't, that's okay. Everybody's hair is different. I just hope you guys know that, and you are free to do whatever you want with your hair. That is the fun about having natural hair. It's the fun about having hair as a black girl. You do any and everything with your hair that you want to, okay? Just to give a little background about my fluff ball, everyone wants to know, how long did it take you to get past waistline? And you know, that's a very interesting question. My last relaxer was like 10+ years ago, and I stopped caring about the length of my hair like 2 years after my last relaxer. So I didn't really keep track of it, but I went back through some pictures and I did a little digging. Before you know, I had this fluff ball, this beautiful fluff ball. I was a relaxed girl, you know? I was rocking the perm, you know? Not from my wanting the perm, it was just because my mom didn't know how to do my hair, you know. I think that's a lot of our origin story. I had a relaxer for most of my life, and then when I decided that like I was not about that life anymore, because at the time I was giving very much like Cynthia from Rugrats core, very stringy.
I wasn't about that life anymore.
So once I decided, I actually transitioned for about like 2 years. Each time I would like wash my hair, I would like snip away at some hair while it was growing. So like I guess you can say like I did small cuts for 2 years until I was completely natural. And then after 2 years of being natural, I can say with confidence that I was about like, I guess you would say bra strap length. And then after that, like I just
stopped caring.
So I've been natural for about like 10 years, but it took me a total of 45 years after my last relaxer to get to the length that I am today. I have to say, a lot of people don't discuss this, but your hair changes throughout the years. It really does. Especially if you've had relaxers for so long throughout your life. Your hair changes, the pattern changes, what it reacts to starts to change, and all that good stuff. And this is a perfect segue into the question that everyone has also been asking me. What products do you use? So I have to say, just because I use some products doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Everything is different for everyone. And it's not about the products, it's about the method. So the products that I guess you can say I use to grow my hair quickly. First, my regimen, super simple.
1 second. A few moments later.
So when it comes to conditioner, honestly,
your girl is pretty cheap.
I'm a college student, so I use VO5. I know people like to go on and on, but for my entire amount of time of being natural, VO5 has been like the pride and joy, the one thing that I have never changed throughout my whole entire time of being natural. And I also use VO5 as like a pre-poo. And then for my leave-in conditioner, I used to use Giovanni's leave-in conditioner for like the first 4 years of being natural, but then I guess they discontinued it, and like the only place that I can find it is like TJ Maxx and like those low discount places. And if you know anything about those places, the products be how can I say,
expire.
So I ended up switching to a different leave-in that was kind of similar, which was the Kinky Curly Knots a Day leave-in conditioner.
I love that conditioner.
Now, when it comes to oils, I actually make my own oil. I make a concoction. And I have to say, like I said earlier, like hair changes. The first like 4 years of being natural, I was very much like, olive oil, coconut oil. And those are the two oils that I used to like to mix together with some, like, what do you call it, like essential oils. So like I used to be very much pro olive oil, coconut oil, and then my hair kind of changed. So now I like to use a lighter oil called grapeseed oil, and I do the same thing, my mixture of essential oils, and I put that bad boy in there. For the last year, unless I'm styling my hair, I don't use oils. So the oil's really good, you know, and I think it's really important to listen to your hair. Listen to it. It will tell you what it needs and what it don't need, okay? Okay, so for shampoo, I'm not so like picky when it comes to shampoo, anything that gets the job done. So for the first 4 years of being natural, I used the Shea Moisture shampoo. And when I was transitioning, I used the yellow bottle from Shea Moisture. I think that one was actually specifically made for people who were transitioning. That junk worked wonders. And then I guess when I was like fully natural, I started to like venture out and I tried the hibiscus shea coconut shampoo. That also worked really well in my hair. And then somewhere along the line, Shea Moisture decided to change their formula.
Who told y'all to change the formula?
Actually, for the last couple of years, I've been using the Kinky Curly Not Today shampoo. That shampoo is like really nice because it gets your hair squeaky clean. So, deep conditioners. Some people might come at me for this, but I don't use deep conditioner.
You need to leave!
I never have. Probably never will, because first, I'm broke, so not gonna work. And there are DIY masks that you can use.
But I am not about to put a perfectly delicious egg in my hair that I can put in my stomach.
You can do that, but I don't. Before, I did used to make my own shea butter, but then I guess my relaxed hair liked the shea butter, but my natural hair didn't. So like after I finished transitioning, like I kind of stopped using the shea butter that I used to make. So products that I absolutely not use in my hair. Number 1. Gel. There is just something weird to me about the idea of putting gel all throughout my hair. Like sometimes, you know, if I want to, you know, slick the baby hairs, like if I'm wearing a wig or something, maybe I'll put some gel. But like the idea of gel, I
can't get with it.
And I think a lot of that comes from like trauma from my childhood, when, you know, they used to slick the hair up when you were doing a ponytail. They slick the hair up and then they put it in a tight ponytail. They get that blow dryer and they're like, zoom, and you know, your whole head is very much cone head. It's giving cone head, okay?
It's not really. It's not really.
Something else I do not use throughout my hair is aerosols. So aerosols will dry my hair out. They have a lot of alcohols in it. I'm not trying to walk out here looking like Sideshow Bob, you know. I tend to stick away from aerosols. So something that my hair just really hates is like wash and goes, and what else? Being shrunken. So I never let my hair get shrunken, and I never wear wash and go. I think I wore a wash and go like one time out of the entire 10 years of being natural. Never again. No ma'am, no thank you. I will not. No, no. Also, another thing, my hair no longer likes white combs. Like, I know so many people are gonna come at me, oh, what do you mean a white comb? Look, my hair just doesn't like it anymore, and that's okay. Hair changes again. So like, what I use is a detangling brush that I brought from like this business. I forgot, I cannot find the name for the life of me. And it's like a brush, let me see.
She got some hair in her, but
it's this one, this brush right here. The one with the little, the flexy things, and it moves. So I really like this brush. I remember I tried a Denman brush so many years ago and it didn't work, but like this brush right here, yes. So, you know, finding the right products for your hair, it's really all about like trial and error, finding what's good for you and what works for you. Okay, you might see another person who has a hair that looks similar to yours, and you try something and it doesn't work the same way. And I think it's just very important, like, although our hair looks similar, we do not have the same hair. Our hair is not going to react the same way. Just because it looks the same doesn't mean it's going to react the same. Very important. So some techniques
So techniques.
Techniques that I use to maintain my hair, which is the most important part, I have to say. It's not about the products, but your technique. A normal week of natural hair would look like for me back in those 4 to 5 years is I did a pre-poo before I washed my hair. And normally why I would do this pre-poo is so that my hair can get moisture before I start detangling it. So I would do a pre-poo, which basically consisted of the VO5 conditioner that I told you guys about, so, and as well as like some coconut oil for some extra slip. So it would be VO5 and then the coconut oil. I let it sit in there sometimes for like half the day while like I'm doing homework or something. Then I would go in and detangle. So I will detangle my hair with my fingers first, and then I will go in with a tool like my detangle brush to like get any knots that probably I didn't see or didn't feel before. And then afterwards I will put my hair into twist and then hop in the shower. Afterwards I squirt some shampoo on my scalps, and then I will, you know, make sure it's squeaky clean and make sure that the shampoo is running down the twist. So I will wash my hair and twist.
That makes sense.
Sometimes I will go in with another shampoo just if I feel like my scalp is really dirty and my hair is really dirty. I'll go in with another shampoo, but that's like a case by case thing. And then I'll put some conditioner in my hair, let that sit throughout my whole time of showering.
Because you know you want to get that extra moisture.
Afterwards, I get out the shower and I put on one of those like microfiber towels, and I'll get most of the water out of my hair, and then I'll just sit around and think about what I want to do with my hair. So usually I will put it into a protective style, and some of my favorite protective styling, especially like when I was a baby natural, are twist outs, braid outs, twist out slash bantu knot. Those are so pretty. I like to put my hair back into braids and then wear a wig. I've also done like box braids before. So I have a lot of variety of protective styles. But these days I keep it simple. Like the way Korean culture is set up here,
You don't have time.
okay? So like I just keep my hair in the back, like back up into like braids or whatever, and I will just wear my wigs because it's a lot easier. And I would love to wear my natural hair out, but for several reasons I'm not doing that. I won't do that. Maybe I'll make a video about that one day. Yeah, those are some of my favorite protective hairstyles. Also, something I forgot to mention. So I know people may, you know, want to jump down my throat because like I do a pre-poo before I detangle my hair. And I guess the pre-poo is like my detangler. So I think it's really important that when you are taking your hair out of a protective style for a very, very long time,
You are going to have like a lot of shit hair.
for me, when I hop into the shower right after I finish taking out a protective style, that's just asking.
It's asking for a matte ball. I don't got all night.
So actually when I do the pre-poo and I let like the moisture like soak back into the hair and then detangle it afterwards, it makes it a lot easier. And it gives, I guess, the shed hair some direction to get up out of my hair. So it makes it a lot easier for me. So some final thoughts about my fluff ball and the things I think were essential to getting it to this length. One, my technique of detangling. So me finger detangling and getting the knots out before using a tool is very helpful because I am manually dislodging the knots rather than if I used a tool, the tool is just ripping away and it's creating split ends because it's literally breaking the knots off instead of like gently loosening the knots apart. And that method really helps a lot with preventing split ends, which, you know, we don't want the broken ends. We don't want to look like Cynthia. Also, my technique of when I take my hair out of protective styles, usually I will coat my hands in some oil and then take the protective style out that way instead of just using my bare hands, because oil gives some slip, and my hair has been sitting in that style for a very long time, so it might be, you know,
A little dry.
and also some people are not gonna like this, but I stopped watching natural hair videos a very long time ago, like probably year two. Year two, I think, was the year I just gave up. I think that was also the year I got into like K-pop and stuff. But I stopped worrying about other people's hair and started just focusing on my hair and like having fun with my hair, and stopped following rules that people were like,
Oh, you can't use that. You can't do this. You have to do this. You have to do that.
because honestly, you guys keep on listening to these like natural YouTubers and they gonna have you walking around picking
Banana out of your hair.
Look, I may or may not have done that. But yeah, I think it's really important to take a break from watching natural hair videos, because they can really like skew the opinion about your hair and how you listen to your hair and what you choose to decide with your hair. Have fun with your hair, because that's really what the journey is about, like having fun with your hair, accepting your hair, and just like being free. And I think I reached that point like many years ago. Like I just stopped caring. Like so many people are worried about damaged, and I'm thinking like there are so many things that can damage your hair. First of all, little things like damage from the sunlight can happen just by going outside, the UV rays. That's why a lot of us, we may wonder why we have like these splotches of brown in our hair. That's sun damage. And when you dye your hair, that's damage. Any and everything can cause damage. When you go to comb your hair,
That's damage.
so like taking a step back, reevaluating my hair and what I want to do, and just having fun, being free, being me, and just trying new experiences have been so freeing. And I think it just makes me love my hair even more. And I think just being free has allowed me to, you know, have this beautiful fluff ball on my head. Also, I guess some people will say it's genetics, and genetics is a huge part, but like focus on having fun with your hair, okay? Hair grows back. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It grows back. Okay, loves? But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed that video about me explaining how I got my hair to be this amazing fluff ball. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Until next time.